Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome your team anchor for Team Country, Michael Hartney!
I'm taking it out. So as anchor, I'm supposed to provide some rebuttals. Great work. Great work.
So condescending.
Well, it's part of the gig. I do love. So you tried to dine out on the impeachment happening in a city thing. Great. What Alabama county is Trump from again? Because I'm pretty sure Trump is from a motherfucking city and is the city. That motherfucker's never seen a piece of unrefined wheat in his life. He is deeply urban. Tami, I'm obsessed with you. But like 40% of yours was dealing with your anger at slow walkers and subway people. A solid 40%.
The country is full of slow walkers and slow talkers.
Yeah, and you just run freely around them. It's dope as shit. Shalewa, like your whole thing was about social butterflies. From where are butterflies?
You mean the ones that ignore you when you try to catch them with the fireflies? I ain't falling for that shit. Them antisocial country butterflies because they don't know you, but they know about your family. They know where you got your money from. Oh, they live over on that land. You know how we got that, don't you? I know all about them country butterflies. I need a city one.
I knew if anyone was going to read me to absolute filth, it would be you. Okay. So here's my dumb shit. Hey, Mineshaft fans. Hope you like gay stuff. I'm a convert. So I did the show 4 years ago and it was heroes versus villains. And I was team hero and I dressed up head to toe as Superman. And I am no less committed this time. I am dressed head to toe in straight up cabin drag, bitch. So also 4 years ago, I did the cliched unthinkable, and my partner and I bought a country house. I know, that sounds like such an asshole thing. Anyone can do it, truly. Our house costs nothing. I'm an administrator in an improv theater. Okay? If I can do it, you can do it. All right, so it all began, so my thesis is that the country is better because it is gayer. And gayness makes everything better. And if you don't agree with that premise, I'm uninterested in convincing you of any damn thing. This is not mine. This is not mine. So our friend Don designs bras, and we started visiting this house. This view is a picture I took from a bench that's up on a beautiful hill overlooking all of that shit. That is scenic as hell, and gays love scenery. Okay? And you can say that there's Central Park in the city. Can you imagine if it was a nice day like that in Central Park? You would see no green, just striped tanks. And also, once we started coming here a long time, we started to covet this experience, and to covet is essentially queer. We covet. We do it a lot. So another thing we like to do is like a cute coffee or meal somewhere cute. So that's some of me, but I'm having a very cute coffee out on my deck, and it's so cute, right? Isn't that cute? Look at, my partner does all of this. I can't do a plant. Nearby, where our house is, there is a cidery. All it does is just like artisanal apple ciders. Think of how gay wine is. Now think of that, but it's apples. So gay, so great. Okay, so, all right. Here's another reason.
Artisanal apple cider does cause sodomy.
Yeah, it does to me. There's a honey flavor that'll really open anyone up. So, I don't know about y'all, city folk. Christmas is great, right? Cabin country Christmas is so good. That's my house. It was so beautiful. I was like, I'm taking a picture of my house for Christmas. This is deeply gay. And is there anything gayer than Christmas?
May I, if that were in a book about the murder of 8 people happening, none of us would be surprised.
It's 6 people, Tami. 6. How dare you? Inside, also fire on the fire! That's so gay! Snuggling. A lot of snuggling. All right, animal lovers. Boom! That is my cat, named George. We rescued him from a country-ass shelter. Have you seen a city cat? They put on makeup, they dance and sing.
They also pay part of the mortgage.
No, hold on a second. There's the dogs in New York are all fucked up. The one in my neighborhood in Brooklyn had to wear a mask to walk outside.
Yeah, no thanks.
Also, people in the country don't need service dogs.
I mean,
I think you mean therapy dogs. Yeah, you meant therapy dogs.
all right. Is there anything gayer than a vibrant color story? Holy shit! Where I live, it is vibrant rusts and vivid mustards. And in the city, it's literal rust and actual mustard. That is, well, I don't even know what just hot pink flaming leaves in my backyard, and the house didn't even know gays would buy it. They were already there for us. That's crazy. All right, so I've now talked about why I love the city and or the country and why it's gay. So now let me talk about living in the city. So, does anyone remember January 2nd, 2018? Because I fucking do! It was the worst weather ever, and I was in the city going to a Verizon commercial audition because that kind of sick delusion is the product of a city. There are no commercial auditions in rural New Jersey, I promise you.
There's barely any Verizon.
Yeah, you switch. It's real easy. So, it's horrible conditions. I'm on my way back from this terrible audition where it turns out it was just the casting director was Skyping from beautiful LA. Fuck right off. Did not look at it was terrible. So, I'm coming back. The subway steps are very treacherous. I have boots with tread, and all I'm thinking is, please don't fall, please don't fall, please don't fall. I fell down 20 subway stairs. And there was a man who witnessed it all and did this. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh, he's still falling! Oh, shit! Oh, shit! Then I briefly stopped midway down the stairs. I was able to stop myself. And then the pull of gravity was much too great, and he resumed. Oh, he's falling again! Oh, shit! Oh, shit! Thank you, sir.
Michael, didn't you feel seen?
I'll kill you. So, and this is gross. So I'm gonna tell you something gross. So I was like, I'm shaking it off. It's January 2nd, remember, so I have a New Year's resolution. I'm going to go to the gym anyway. That hurt, but I'm going to go to the gym because that's what my plan was. And then I got to the gym, I took off my shirt, I looked at my arm, and I said, I can't work out and I have to go to the hospital because my bicep was all here. It had pulled completely off of my elbow and had up into my fucking arm. Could you die? Thanks, city! And I couldn't work out, and that's homophobic. I will end on this other terrible fucking city story. Because working in the city is a fucking nightmare for an actor, I briefly walked dogs. Do you love dogs? Me too. Walking dogs is the worst. And also, I had a boss who hogged all the cool dogs, so I got the shitty, fucked up dogs, some of whom you couldn't touch. I got to the home and the dog is already wearing the leash because the owner's like, you can't touch the dog. Yes, that would be unreasonable to touch the dog I'm supposed to walk. Thank you, sir. So I'm walking Bachi, a Shih Tzu, one of the better of the shitty dogs, through Tompkins Square Park one day. And it's fine, whatever, Bachi is the least worst. And my foot hits something. And I see a rolling puffball. And it looks like feathers. So I'm like, oh my God, I just kicked a baby bird. That is horrible. I'm going to investigate and see if it's okay. So I get real close to this rolling puffball, and it finally stops. And a puffball this small unfurls into the biggest matted fur fucking rat you have seen! And this rat thinks that Bachi is responsible for kicking him. So what does this rat do? Takes a flying leap at Bachi! Did you know rats could do that? I did it! So I pull Bachi out of the way, truly miraculously, in the nick of time, and this rat lands on the other side and starts to try to run back at me and Bachi. And so I start just going, no! Stop! Just stop it! Just stop! Please stop! So the rat does this. And just stops. Just stops all movement and is just there. Now, I hate rodents more than I hate war. So this was traumatic for me. So I do this full body heave, like, and then once I'm more relaxed, I look on a bench at Tompkins Square Park at a woman holding half of a sandwich staring at me in utter disbelief. And she finally said, "That was the worst thing I've ever seen." Gay men are not supposed to ruin women's lunch. Women's lunch is supposed to be improved by the presence of gay men. Team Country for life. Thank you.